Hello and welcome to the Patriot on Television Nigerian. If there must be a permanent solution to the mirage of controversies rocking the APC, then a National Executive Council must be convened. But the question of who has the authority to convene, who chairs the NEC meeting, and will it not be a gross violation of the rule number 5 of the federal government's COVID practice direction if the NEC meeting holds? All of these will be begging the question. In an also related development, Governor Obaseki just dumped APC on Tuesday, and the appeal court rules against Oshiomhole, the national chairman of All Progressives Congress, and Victor Giadom, the national vice chairman of the APC, to function as acting chairman. At the same time, Abiola Ajimobi, former Oyo state governor, to take over from the suspended Oshiomhole. The question is, who is the acting national chairman of the APC? In all these legal battles in the APC, is APC still formidable of 2023 elections when it comes in the first place? Thanks for joining me. I am Peggy Shandy.
I pledge to Nigeria, my country. So goes the opening lines of the 6-line National Pledge of Nigeria. Today, not a few, whether young or old, merely recite the National Pledge as a matter of routine or tradition, with their hearts being poles apart from the very spirit, creed, and essence of the pledge. Many simply do not understand its purport or feel the import of it, while many others choose to observe the pledge in breach only. Today we have decided to walk on the footpath of the very words of the National Pledge, keeping its vision and essence in our hearts, in our souls, and in our minds.
I pledge to Nigeria, my country,
to be faithful,
loyal, and honest,
to serve Nigeria with all my strength,
to defend her unity,
and uphold her honor and glory.
So help me God. Nigeria, no doubt, will truly be the giant of Africa, developed and well rated in all indices, if her national pledge is treated with sacred obedience. It's on us, it's our duty and responsibility to make this country a better place. Let's live the pledge.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. Our guest on this episode of The Patriot is Comrade Teve Aginde, the Zonal Youth Leader, North Central Nigeria of the APC. He has been playing very critical roles in the party to help the National Working Committee to achieve great success. Teve Aginde, Comrade, welcome to The Patriot.
Thank you.
Very much. I want us to go very straight to the point. The first question I want to ask you here is the APC political party, in the course of issues around the legal tussles and the controversies arising, is there leadership in the APC? Is it Ajimobi who is the chairman, acting chairman, or it is Victor Giadom? Which of them exactly? And who is exactly the national chairman?
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Peggy Shande, let me appreciate the Patriot for inviting me to come and share a little light on the controversies surrounding the All Progressive Congress of Nigeria.
Yeah.
As it stands now, constitutionally, it's supposed to be Ajimobi. But by the legal tussles now and the current judgment that was released yesterday by a federal high court, APC as a law-abiding political party,
Yeah.
I think we'll go with what the judgment says yesterday. So by that judgment, Victor Kedon is the acting chairman of the All Progressive Congress.
Thank you very much, sir. That's all right. It's good that you mentioned here. You're a member of the party, and you hold a very critical role, in the party. At the zonal arrangement, you are the zonal leader, comprising of 6 states, including the FCT. That's not central. Yeah. And so you have also mentioned that if not because of the legal instruments that they have been using as an order, the law is supreme, but going away from the legal system, the party also has a constitution that they follow.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about, if there was no legal issues, what exactly should have been according to the rules of the party?
Yeah, automatically the constitution is very clear on that issue. We have a national chairman, we have a national deputy chairman from the north and the south. And the constitution says when there's a vacuum, the deputy chairman from where the chairman comes from takes over. And the chairman, the national chairman, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, is from the southern part of Nigeria, where the same deputy chairman south, from the southwest, Ajimobi comes from. So constantly it's Ajimobi.
But when the legal issues come in,
well, now it has a legal interpretation attached to it. And at that point, you can't do otherwise until the court decides.
Thank you very much, Comrade Teveginde. Honestly, you have just thrown a little more light to these very controversial issues, of the leadership tussle, within the APC. Thank you very much for having you again on this program. Now, can you just go ahead and tell us something? Now, where the legal issues came about, away from, the national chairman, Adams Oshiomhole, he was dancing about. There were clips, videos round about the cyberspace, revealing that he wants to deal with Obaseki. We have also heard that the moment Obaseki went to the villa, spoke with the president, came out, he now dumped the party. And now, just on Tuesday and on Wednesday, a court of appeal, also went ahead to strike, to tell Adams that you're no more the national chairman. So what exactly can you say is the cause of why the legal tussle and why the leadership crisis in the APC?
I think, to my understanding, I wouldn't want to go into issues of watching video on the social space or whatever, because I stand to understand what exactly is happening in the party physically, because I'm a member. I'm not just a zonal youth leader of the party. I'm a member of the National Executive Committee of the party, which is the highest organ of the party.
That's right.
And I think the issue of, saying APC is in crisis, I don't want to believe that APC is in crisis. I want to reduce it to the local politics of the Edo state that has springed up this heat across the country.
Yes.
That is looking as if the APC has crisis. No, we don't have crisis. This is a local Edo politics that has generated into this stuff, and it's not really healthy. But as a ruling party and as a law-abiding political party, I think we are finding other political means of trying to see how we can douse down this tension and move ahead.
Wow, very brief and very catchy. I must appreciate you. So you're a member of the National Executive Committee of the APC.
Congress. And that's the highest organ of the party.
That's the highest
organ of the party.
And it takes decisions too.
The highest organ of the party.
Wow. So when the youth, no political party, no APC, party.
You're right.
No youth, no party.
No youth, no women.
No women. Thank you very much. All right. It's been wonderful talking with you. So I want to find out from you, so as a youth leader, controlling 6 states and the FCT, no youth, no politics. No women, no politics. Maybe we're going to bring another woman here. Maybe the women leader who's just going to also talk about the women, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. But in all this, legal tussles, and that it is Edo that is having crisis, not the global APC. What can you tell me the role of the youth so far under your leadership?
Well, on the issue of youth participation into political crisis, we were not actually involved in those issue of seeing how the issue of Edo could be resolved, because there was a reconciliatory committee that was set by the party, headed by BC Akande. So it was expected that Edo and Ondo elections were close by, so the party would have allowed the committee to go down there to reconcile these people before going into the processes of
beginning the process of
getting a candidate from or whatever. But it's unfortunate that I like saying things the way they are. APC, I believe that every Nigerian knows how we came on board. People of different ideologies, and because there was a brand that was sellable, so everybody decided, okay, the brand, I'm talking about Mr. President,
that's right,
was a brand that was sellable at that particular time, and people felt they should shield their ambitions and come together to use the brand to rescue the country.
Yeah.
Without putting anything on the table, by level of it's politics. You negotiate and you talk about interest. You look at like this block, what actually is for you, this block, what is for this block, or that. There was nothing like that, because there was a unifying brand that everybody was interested in.
That's right.
And that's Mr. President. We came together and we were able to, as God would do it, we were able to get the victory. Now, we're getting into another phase. Mr. President has done his best. I think the love and passion that he has for the country, he has done it. We are seeing it, and we pray that in his little few years remaining, should be able to actually put Nigeria on a path of future progress.
That's right.
And I think it's time. What I am seeing within the political cycle now is the agitation of what is for me, what is for my other brother, what is for who now, because since the brand is living in 2023,
what else next?
You know, so everybody is trying to see, okay, I want to know what is mine before I get in there. You know, so that's, I think basically that is it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So now, let me come on the issue of youth in the political system as a whole, not just my party. At least I have a knowledge of this youth organization and mobilization for quite a period of time, not just being a youth leader of a political party.
That's right.
I think it only takes a leader who has a heart of building a younger generational leadership, which Mr. President has been trying to see how he can put the younger ones on a leadership direction. I remember before the COVID came, we had an audience with him. We went to the villa and we had deep discussions with the president. Well, you know, him alone can't do all this. He directs, and it's expected that those at the helm of affairs that are out there are supposed to key into. Well, anyway, we'll get there. We are putting on other measures as youths to see how we can engage, you know, ourselves with them in discussing way forward.
I was aware when you went to the villa to meet with Mr. President. I think I need us to take a very short break.
Okay.
When we take this short break and return, you're going to tell us more about that interaction with Mr. President and, you know, how well you have been versed, you know, in the area of youth participation in politics. And that you have been a mobilizer for a very long time. So you should be able to tell us more. And then we're also going to also find out from you what has been Mr. President's response to all this crisis. All right, we're going to take a very short break. All right, we're going to take a very short break. And when we return, the zonal youth leader of the All Progressives Congress is going to be dissecting many parts of this lingering crisis of the APC and as it throws more light to it. Please join us again. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is the Patriot on Television, Nigeria. We've been talking to Comrade Teve Aginde, a very important personality, a Benue son who has risen to the echelon of leadership in the party as the zonal leader of the APC. Please tell us your interaction with Mr. President.
Well, basically what we went to see the president on was to remind him of our agreement with him, the agreement he had with the youth of the country on leadership and capacity building of the youth of this country. And of course, it was a very fruitful engagement we had with him. And shortly after that, shortly after our discussions with him, we were able to have audience from few agencies across, ministries, to engage them in activities, how we can be able to engage the youth by level of empowerment, and that came up with a national youth conference that we did, and it was successful. And I believe that it was as a result of that the issue of this CBN loan,
so loans,
not even really tagging it with COVID. Yeah. But I know that it's as a result of that, because it was part of what we discussed in the conference.
Yes.
After the discussion with the president and the conference after that. So I think we have a president that's a very good listening president. He's a father. He carefully takes decisions. At times people will call him Mr. Go Slow. You can call him all names, but if we have those kind of leaders across board, I think you listen carefully before you move. I think everybody will have a sense of belonging, direction, dare to say.
Wow. Quite a lot of people are very excited this time, away from empowerment, the social, they call it what?
Social investment.
They call it social... SIPs, there's a special name they call it. And then also, when our fathers were going to school, they had a ration of a meal in the time. I remember very well, Mr. President also remembered when he was in school.
Yeah.
He had a ration of a meal, and bringing it back to create another experience for the generation now. So that one day they will also say that when they went to school, they had a meal. Good meal enhances proper and quality education. And Mr. President is a very good listener dealing with these matters in these areas. All right. Tell me something about, you come from a state. There's a charity begins at home. Your home state is where?
Benue State.
You come from Benue State.
Yeah.
Now you are dealing with the zonal level and national political activities of the party. Tell us exactly the position of your party in your state right now. Can you just be very clear about it, please?
Yeah, I think APC in Benue today is waxing more stronger than before we were going into elections. I specifically appreciate the leadership qualities of our leader, the distinguished Honorable Minister for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator Dr. George Akume, for his wisdom and capacity to hold and bring people together. APC, like I said, is more stronger than the way we were going into 2019 election. Now, yes, at the state level we are in opposition, but every day you receive calls from the ruling party at the state level. This one says he wants to decamp and join the APC. This one says he wants to join the APC. So you look at it, APC as a party has fantastic and wonderful programs that are really, really impacting into the lives of people right inside there. You mentioned a few of them here. and you can, see yourself if you have gone to Benue recently. You look at the roads from Abuja here to Benue. You can exceed from there, Benue to the eastern part through.
Is it the state government that is doing it?
No. I'm talking about the APC government project that has endeared most of the PDP members in the state there
and want to
that have not seen anything tangible in their party, making moves to come back. As I'm talking to you now, the leader might be in Benue this weekend to have discussions with some top party stalwarts from PDP who have already prepared themselves to join the APC. So if APC in Benue, in quote, is in disarray or something, nobody would have loved to join the queue.
They should be shaken.
Yes, from where I come from, from where we come from, Benue people, we actually don't do this politics of come and chop. It's just that the system has a bit changed a little bit, that you see some few persons doing that kind of politics. We decide, the Benue people decide where, the power goes in the country. Because we are the engine room of the North Central state. So I think we are doing pretty well. The place is doing pretty well. And I bet you we will soon run into elections, and that will prove itself.
So, thank you very much. We've heard that the governor is also considering his. It's a rumor. It's alleged at the moment that he's also wanting to come back to APC that he once started, and then he left, and then he is coming back. How is this allegation true?
Let me correct something. Let me correct one statement you just made here. He didn't start anything in APC. Rather, APC made him the governor. I think it should be a better. Listen, APC made him a governor. He left after we made him the governor, and if he wants to come back, there's freedom of association and freedom of movement. He moved out. He wants to move back. He's welcome. But we think now the issue of internal democracy is what we are trying to see how we can present we're trying to put our heads together as a youth wing to make a submission to Mr. President. You still need to look at the electoral laws and the constitution itself. Look at how we can get some amendment. This issue of crisscrossing, when it doesn't favor you here, you jump here. For me as a person, I am not a disciple of jumping from one political party to another. Never. I don't believe in that. I look at such people as people who lack morals, if you call it direction. It's just for what they want. It's not what they want for the people.
Now, what if these people are very quality people, and then in terms of ideology, it doesn't suit them anymore where they were, and they got back to another place where they feel seemingly that the ideologies of what they stand for is suiting where they come into. So that we move away from the thinking that it's just about what they feel or what they want to get only. Don't you think it is also about the value that they also want to share?
Well, you see, the truth of the matter, that's why I said there's need for, amendments of some areas, most concerning the electoral and political party laws. You see, if you have those kind of quality laws guiding these institutions, you can't see this kind of, crisscrossing. I remember very well when ANC in South Africa were in opposition. They were known and they were held across the world more than the ruling party. So I don't see reason why everybody wants to belong to a ruling party. Because if you belong to the ruling party, if tomorrow the party is no more in the ruling ruling party again, you remain there to rebuild, and look at areas where you have gone wrong, that you were pushed out, them to bounce back. I mean, that's to me, that is more reasonable. Let me take you back a bit. I remember my own principal, my leader, the Honorable Minister, Senator Dr. George Akume, when he noticed that, because he was a founding father of PDP, they were the founding members of that party at that point. When he noticed that the PDP had deviated from the ideologies of what brought all of them together, he left.
And created a level.
He left as what? A senator, contested in an opposition party, brought a party that was at that time was not existing in the north at all, won elections with other House of Rep members and Assembly members in Benue. So then you can see his position and his consistency in building from opposition back to a ruling party. So you can look at somebody who is a progressive-minded leader. You build a structure, a decayed structure, if you can call it, a structure that you feel it's not known. You pick it up, you arrange it, and you make it known. That was what he did.
Who is this?
Dr. Senator George Akume. So you can't close your doors for anybody coming into your party, but I expect them to come and queue up, not minding you are a governor. You are a governor. You were a governor on the platform of APC. Whatever that pushed you out is basically your own issue. So if you are coming back, you should know that you ran and left people behind, and they stood their ground. We lost elections. We were rigged, though. But
who was responsible for the rigging of the election and they were lost?
They rigged us out. That was just it. The PDP
could it be that the governor was the one who rigged the APC out?
The
so
PDP
he should come back.
The PDP
he should come back and join the queue.
The PDP rigged us. So now there's this research saying that he's always saying that politics is interest. It's interest.
Is it only interest?
But no. Yes, it is interest, but what kind of interest? That's the question I'm asking.
Okay.
Is it personal
or collective?
So for me, I don't have a problem with that. Once they leave, the leadership says they are comfortable for him to come back, fine. But my little and humble advice will be that he's coming back again. He's coming back to meet a structure on ground. I think what is good for Caesar, give it to Caesar.
That's it. Now, if Obaseki jumps ship, moves out of APC to the PDP, is it that it is Adams Oshiomhole who was causing that? or has the national chairman, who has just been suspended, Adams Oshiomhole, evaluating the system? You belong to the political party, the APC. It's very clear that you should know. Is it that Adams Oshiomhole has caused more harm to the party than good to the party, to expose his Edo crisis to the public? Or could it be that it is a payback time that somehow nature has been able to get at him fighting Obaseki? Or could it also be, considering that he got into the national position as the national chairman with 29 APC governors, and now that he is suspended or leaving, there are just 19 left? What exactly will you say? That Adams Oshiomhole as a national chairman helped the party, or he did not? And what are the reasons, please?
Well, to be a bit fair to my former national chairman, let me put it at that, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole was able to deliver the presidential election, and yes, some of us were very, very happy when Adams Oshiomhole was coming on board. We expected a lot of political reforms, to see how every organ and department of the party will be involved in, the running of the affairs of the party. He got it right from the beginning. I don't know what actually went wrong, but he jumped into miscalculating. Let me put it like that, miscalculating, because no individual will run this political party. A political party as large as APC, I think it should be a collective drive. It shouldn't be an individual, thing. And like I said, the issue of Edo is the local politics of Edo State.
Little out of the whole country, 36 states.
Yes,
just one state.
Yes, it's local politics of Edo State. I know that I'm not from Edo. I can only say, I can only talk about few things that I know that they would have cautioned themselves before getting into this, what I call mess we have found ourselves in Edo. Yes, Obaseki is a sitting governor, but that was what I said here, politics of betrayal, and until we have laws that are solid to back all our political institutions in this country, or else these things will continue. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, because the foundation of we getting to where we are in this political betrayal of a thing started right from PDP. That's the foundation. So it's not surprising. It's not a new thing. But I think it's not a good omen at all, for our generation coming up. We're learning this kind of thing from our leaders. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. I don't believe it is what they usually tell us, that they are building us for as future leaders. You cannot build me. You want me to look at you, fighting a fellow brother for what, it's just you and him. But it involves people, because if you want to, there's no way a political party of a ruling class will not have a conflict resolution mechanism. I think
no matter how the heat.
Yes, I think that is basically what is lacking in APC. Since we got this victory in 2015, at my age, even in our homes, you have a way of trying to resolve an issue that you feel is very, very impossible. Then you talk about a political party. That is something of give and take. You understand? So I think that fight in Edo was overstretched by, yes, our national chairman, then his political son. For whatever reason, Obaseki would have looked at the foundation, how he got in there. Yeah. It's very, very important.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Please join us again.